What's up, guys? Brian back to do the 7 things we want to see in The Walking Dead Season 7 in 7 minutes. So we did a compilation thing before, the things you might have seen in the trailer or may have missed or whatever. Here are some things we want to see in Season 7 because we're around the storyline of Something to Fear, March to War, maybe All Out War or something. Spoilers ahead. If you don't know things, spoilers ahead. Stop watching now. Spoilers ahead. The images in this video are property of AMC or other companies. We do not claim ownership of the images. We're using under the fair use principle for copyright for that. So we are not claiming the pictures here. Number 7 is Negan. I want to see Negan done well. Negan's not my favorite character by any means, but people love him. He can't curse. He's got to be watered down. He's got to do certain things that on the show that he can't do in the comics because of regulations and, cable, whatever. But I want it done right. I want to see Negan done in a great way because he's a big personality. He's a big crazy lunatic. He thinks he's right all the time. He's a dictator. He's this. I just think that he's going to do the part justice. Jeffrey Dean Morgan should do a good job. Just hope that he's not too watered down. But number 7 is I want to see Negan done the right way. Number 6, it's kind of one that I just hope is done right. Maggie Green. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure Maggie's going to make it out of the lineup, but I want to see her be a leader. I want to see her survive to the task. She punches Rick in the comic, but I'm not so sure she's going to do that in the lineup. I'm going to leave Sasha punches Rick when Abraham and Glenn die, but I'm going to go with Sasha does that. But I want to see Maggie have the baby, steps up, is going to be at the hilltop, and that she'll probably be taking over the hilltop in the second part of Season 7. Probably Season 8 she'll take over, I would think, there too. But I want to see Maggie step it up and be awesome like she is. Number 5 is Rick Grimes. I want to see Rick come, as a beaten man, say his world has crumbled down with Negan, and Negan's going to tell him who's boss and all of that. He's going to play the game, figure out the right principle, get to Ezekiel, get the hilltop, get the gang together, and take out Negan. Ultimately, if you know the comics, Rick beats Negan and puts Negan in the jail cell and captures him for some reason. He doesn't kill him, but he keeps Negan alive. He steps up. His world is turned to shit, but he comes back as the Rick Grimes that we know. He beats the shit out of Negan, stabs him, does all that, doesn't kill him, but that Rick Grimes is what I want to see, is the Rick Grimes be Rick Grimes. Right now he's the low point, but he's going to come back around, and hopefully in Season 7 we get to see Rick motherfucking Grimes. Number 4 is Ezekiel. I want King Ezekiel to be King Ezekiel. He looks pretty good. He's not the greatest hair or something like that too, whatever, but I think it looks pretty good. I want to see him, sword play with Michonne, kind of that, with his cane on there too. I want to see him be the charismatic, over-the-top guy there too. Of course with the Shiva, but Ezekiel's got to be Ezekiel. He's linked with Shiva, but Ezekiel's got to be the man. He's got to be charismatic, kind of crazy, kind of kooky. Ultimately come to the aid of the survivors of Rick Grimes in there too. But Ezekiel is a big part of going forward in the show, so I hope they just do him justice and do it right. Number 3 is I hope they do the Lucille victims correctly. I think it's going to be Glenn and Abraham. That's the spoilers. If you know this channel, we've been saying Glenn and Abraham from the spoilers back in June or whatever it was. But in the comic, they have Glenn. Here, Abraham is in the lineup. We get to see what a world would be like with Negan and Abraham, and it's very short-lived is what I'm going to go with. Hopefully it's done right. Hopefully it's the head exploding with the bat. People are going to be pissed that 2 are going to go out. Hopefully they do it right, because the cliffhanger, in my eyes, is borderline bullshit. I don't think it's that bad, but I think it was like they shouldn't have been done the way it was. I think they should have killed one victim and then had the other victim surprise us being the death. So hopefully it's just done right. Number 2. That could have been number 2, but I just wanted to see what it's going to be here, because Jesus returns. I want to see him kick butt. I want to see him be the man. He's one of my favorite comic characters. I think he is going to be a huge part going forward, and he is a badass. He is just so stealthy and just everything there. He connects the hilltop with, or the kingdom and the survivors and everything. He connects everybody together, but he's also, I don't know if he was a special ops, a ninja, something, whatever, but he's a badass guy. Hopefully we get to see scenes like this where he's taking out walkers and saviors and everything there too. And ultimately, hopefully they do it right, because you see him in the trailer. He's a badass kicking the shit out of Negan here too. So I think that'll come probably Season 8, that scene there too. But Jesus is going to be a big part. And honorable mentions, things that we want to see. And we want to see this happen. Gutted. Spencer gets gutted. He's got no guts. Going forward, Negan's got to come around again because Spencer wants to go against Rick. He's a traitor. He's bullshit. Negan sees through that and gets rid of him. Carl, I want to see this epic shot if it's possible. Him with the beds when the saviors come in and take half of your shit. He comes out, guns a-blazing, kills some saviors. Negan there. So hopefully that's done right, and that whole thing from the comics. The Sanctuary. I want to see how that goes. I want to see Carl in the Sanctuary with Negan. I have a feeling it's going to be divided between Daryl and Carl's storyline, but I want to see that going forward, how the inner workings of the Sanctuary and the inner workings of the Kingdom, of course, too. I want to see all these new areas. I want to see it done right. I want to see justice to each side. Heath and Tara. I want to see what happens to Heath and Tara. Mainly more Heath, because I don't know if he's going to make it out personally. And the Whisperers. I want to see a little hint of them. I doubt they're going to come because it's way too early, but I want to see a hint of them going there, too. A little Easter egg kind of thing. And number one, the one and only Shiva. Well, that's Shere Khan, but I just could see that being there. I just watched Jungle Book. That's why I had to feel property Disney. No copyrights there. But Shiva, I want to see the CGI look awesome. The Jungle Book Shere Khan looked great. Now, way more budget going forward with that, too. But that's pretty good. That's a good early shot. They're going to probably touch it up, clean it up on there, too. I want to see Shiva more than like one episode, too. Or 2 parts before she probably is going to die on the show. She probably has to die because they don't want to keep making this Shiva, this character on there, too. But I want to see it done right. I want to see Shiva be a big part of kicking ass, eating walkers, saviors, whatever. So that's the list, guys. Look at that. You got a baby Shiva and a little Norman Reedus, Daryl Dixon there. Going to be there too. Thanks for watching, guys. You are awesome. What do you want to see in Season 7? Like, share, subscribe. Subscribe for more videos. Let us know. And as always, thank you.